Definitely gonna be here. All right, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, y'all. First comic coming up, y'all. Super funny dude. This is my boy. Travels all over. Make some noise for Mario Reyes.
Victorville! Let's hear it! Alright! Let's hear it one more time for JT on his birthday. You know, if we're drinking, let's hold him up. I want to see the drinks. Our bartender's making them fucking strong tonight. Alright. You know, JT asked me to come out here. He was like, hey, you want to come out to my birthday at the Holiday Inn? I was like, well, dude, I'm not really that kind of type. He was like, no, dude, we're doing comedy. I was like, oh, you're doing oral on your birthday. Normally on our birthday, somebody gives us oral, but comedians, JT, he's going to give you guys oral tonight. My name is Mario Reyes. Start off, if you guys have been watching the news, the guy you see in the news lately, Luigi Mangione, they call him the CEO killer. That guy is not my brother. Okay? And all my life people said, hey Mario, where's Luigi? And I've never had an answer until recently. Well, the answer is, he's in federal prison for being a fucking hero. If you still don't know who I'm talking about, again, they call him the CEO killer. He was the guy that went into New York and killed that CEO of United Healthcare. Yeah. If you've not seen the video, catch me after the show. I'll show you. It's saved on my phone under favorites. Yeah. But we all know Luigi's going to die. The government's going to put Luigi to death. We know that, right? I just hope that the government gives Luigi that same opportunity they gave the guy in South Carolina. If you don't know, a few weeks ago, a guy was being put to death in South Carolina. And the government gave him an option. They said, listen, the only crime you're on death row for is killing your mother-in-law. And, well, I've been married before, and that's not really a crime, in my opinion. And so they gave him an option. They said, listen, you can have a firing squad, you can have lethal injection, or you can have lethal injection, a firing squad, or the gas chamber. Thank you. I'm stoned and I forgot my own damn joke. So the guy actually chose the firing squad. Yeah, and it made me think, all right, okay, what would I choose? What would you choose if you had the option? A firing squad? I don't think you get the option. Unless it's LAPD. No, I figured I would do what they do in the Middle East, where they stone you to death. Yeah, and then I found out that involved rocks and not marijuana. Yeah, I was like, nah, fuck that, you can keep your fucking rocks. And that could be a conspiracy theory, and I'm going to bring up a few conspiracy theories tonight. Victorville, do we believe in conspiracies? We I actually grew up here in the high desert in a little town called Phelan. I'm not Phelan High. I did. I went to Phelan High. Do you have any other Phelan High graduates? Yeah. See, if I went to college out here, it'd be called Phelan U. No, I really did. I'm not bragging about Phelan, guys. But no, I now live in a town called Corona, California. Anybody been down in Corona? And I tell you guys, stay the fuck out of my city, first of all. Okay? If you've ever been down the 15 or the 91, you know that's the real coronavirus. Yeah. But no, I go all over the country doing comedy. I was in Oklahoma recently. I was in Las Vegas. Tonight I'm in Victorville. But no, I go all over, and for the last 5 years when I tell them I'm from Corona, people run and duck and hide from me. It's like I'm saying I'm from fucking Wuhan. It's like, guys, I never got the coronavirus. Okay? But I did get the COVID-19. Yeah. And if you don't know what the difference is, let me teach you, baby birds. The COVID-19, that's the 19 pounds that my fat ass got in quarantine. Yeah. You can tell I got that bitch about 4 or 5 fucking times. I was anorexic going into 2020. I had actually just lost 200 pounds. Really? It was called getting a divorce. Yeah. Joke's on me, though. I'm still fucking single. Still single 5 years later. I gotta say, though, as a fat guy, I'm allowed to make fat jokes. And I love the bigger women. I know we have a few few out here because I can hear you breathing. Yeah, but no, I'm on all the dating apps. I've tried all the dating apps. I've tried Tinder, I tried Bumble, I tried Grindr. Don't try Grindr. All I found on Grindr was a bunch of fat dudes with dicks and tits and Tony Hinchcliffe. But no, one thing I learned, and gentlemen, please, gentlemen, take my advice. I learned one thing in all the dating apps. I speak to a lot of women, and we have a whole group of women right here, right? How many women have received unwanted dick pics? I'm pretty sure every woman in here is receiving unwanted dick pics, right? So what I've learned, you've received a few? Yeah. No, so what I've learned now is I'm not going to send a dick pic anymore. No more. Okay? But I will be sending you a full-length video of my dick. Yeah, it's going to be in 4K. It's a short documentary, but it's a hard watch. No, but I've given up on all the dating apps, and let me tell you guys why. I did a thing on Tinder recently, and I met a girl. Victorville, you guys seem classy. Can I do a classy bit for you real quick? All right, I'm going to anyways. So I met a girl on Tinder recently, and it became a one-night stand, and it wasn't supposed to be. But let me explain. I go to her house, and she opens the door in this red, sexy lingerie, right? We immediately go right to the bedroom. We get it on, right? Now, I got her doggy style, and a few minutes later, well, I'll be honest, a few seconds. I'm not trying to brag. Now, a few minutes later, I had her doggy style, and I noticed she had a freckle on her ass. Okay? Now, a few minutes later, that freckle is now above my belly button. Yeah, it's a shitty story, Victorville. So, I didn't know what to do. I had her doggy style, so I wiped my stomach like this, and I realized, this girl fucking poo-pooed on me. Well, I had her doggy style, so, sir, you got your girl. What would you do? I grabbed her by the hair, wiped my hand off. That actually turned her on. That made her more excited. She was like, hey, man, you can put it in my ass. And I was like, whoa. First of all, being forced into anal sex is a lot like eating your vegetables. If you weren't forced to do it as a kid, you're never going to like it as an adult. Okay? Now, that one took a minute, huh? Now, I'll tell you another reason I've given up on the dating apps. There was recently a chick that was in jail. Her name was Gypsy Rose. Y'all remember Gypsy? She was that retard bitch that went to jail a few years ago. Yeah, she went to jail for killing her mom. She's not retarded anymore. She's kind of retarded. I saw her social media. But her titties ain't retarded, Victorville, so don't judge me, all right? I'll fuck a retarded bitch. All right? I'll even fuck retired bitches. So I figured if that retard bitch can get lucky, like I said, I'll do a retard bitch. I was watching Love on the Spectrum recently. There's some hot chicks on Love on the Spectrum, right? But now I figure, okay, if Gypsy Rose can get with the real life Peter Griffin lookalike and get knocked up, then I could probably get lucky, right? And Gypsy Rose did just have her baby. Congratulations. I hope that baby continues the family tradition, of killing the mom. Yeah. I started writing to another female prisoner, and she was actually up for parole recently. And she got denied parole, and I was fucking thrilled because I can continue writing to her. Her name is Yolanda. Yeah, that's Selena's killer. I wrote, Dear Yolanda, I thought I could manage Selena too. Let's talk. She hasn't written me back. One other conspiracy theory I want to bring up. Do we have any old Michael Jackson fans? Fuck yeah, the king of pop, right? All right, the king of pop. Do you all remember another lady? Her name was Farrah Fawcett.
Yeah.
Exactly. She died on the same day as Michael Jackson. Nobody knows that. Now, let me explain. Farrah Fawcett is actually responsible for Michael Jackson's death. Did you know that?
No.
Okay, so when Farrah got to heaven, she actually died at like 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Like she had an appointment in heaven. So she gets to heaven and Jesus says to her, Farrah, you were such a good earthly soul. I'm going to grant you one earthly wish. And she didn't think hard. She just said, Jesus, I want all the children on the earth to be saved. Yeah. 2 hours later, Michael Jackson was dead, and, well, now all the children play in the front yard. That's a true conspiracy theory I made up. We're going to push it. Hashtag Farrah killed Michael. All right, I got a few more minutes. I'm going to say, besides doing stand-up, I did a podcast recently with two powerhouses of comedy. A guy named Howie Mandel and Harlan Williams. Okay? And this podcast, you can find it. It's on YouTube. It's called When a Stranger Calls. And the idea of this podcast is the three of us, we call strangers. So on this episode of the podcast, we decide we're going to call my ex-wife. Because Howie doesn't believe a story that I've been telling on stage about. The last present I ever gave my ex-wife was a pair of hiking sticks. And it was because when I handed them to her, she said, "Why?" I said, "I want you to take a hike, bitch." So Howie said, "Hey, you know what? It's Valentine's Day. When a stranger calls, let's call your ex-wife and ask her about that story." Now, my ex-wife, she was a great soul. She actually answered the question, and she admitted that the last time I gave her was a pair of hiking sticks. But now Howie says to her, "Is there any embarrassing stories you want to bring about Mario?" Now, am I embarrassed, Victorville? No, I just talked about a girl pooping on me. So my ex-wife, she brings up the fact about the one time, maybe a few times, I asked her to peg me. Do you know what pegging is, sir? Do you know what pegging is? Okay, pegging is where your wonderful woman gets a strap on and she fucks you. Okay? Well, that doesn't embarrass me. Yeah, I asked my ex-wife to peg me. Well, while I was here in Victorville, I went to the swap meet and I got hats made that say, "Make pegging great again." Yeah. Make pegging great again. I'm going to sell these. I'm going to sell them on my website for $30 each. Don't worry, I also got a line of strap-ons. I got them from Temu. I got them from Temu because nothing fucks you like a product from Temu. All right, I asked you guys when I walked up who's drinking. Let's hold them up. One more time for the bar. All right. Now, besides doing stand-up comedy, I do videography. I have my own video production company. I make a lot of online content. Not that kind, don't look at me like that. But no, it's true. I actually make a lot of music videos and all kinds of things for people. I was recently working with Sublime. I was working with Brian Head Welch doing his sober recovery videos. Brian from Korn. Recently, I was also working with a band called the Cottonmouth Kings. And I work with a band called D-Gaff. Does anybody know what D-Gaff stands for? D-G-A-F? What was it? It is not Don't Give a Fuck. Please watch your mouth. It is actually a Christian soccer organization. Yeah, it's called Doing God a Favor. Yeah. And if you don't buy that, I don't give a fuck. And actually, it's an acronym for us guys out there. It means ditch girls after fucking. Hey, we're equal opportunity, so for you hoes, it's ditch guys after fucking too. But no, there's a whole list of acronyms. Ditch government, anarchy forever. Damn good at fishing, damn good at fatherhood, damn good at fucking. But one more important thing, like I asked if you're drinking, it's don't get another felony. And if you're drinking and driving tonight, don't go away forever. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my time. My name's Mario Reyes. You can find me on Instagram, Mario Reyes82. JT, happy birthday, motherfucker! Give Mario a round of applause. Mario Reyes.